before we go ahead and advance, I'm going to go ahead and check out some of these storylines and also do something I haven't done yet so far this season. We're about to go into week 16 and I haven't done it yet. And let's check out some of the stats, where we're at as far as statistics go on the season, if we're ahead of the pack or if we're trailing by a little bit. And also check out some of the awards as far as who's leading in the award race categories, the MVP race, the Offensive Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, Coach of the Year, etc. So we're going to go ahead and check out all that. So far, as you've seen, if you've seen any of the prior episodes and the gameplay action, Malik Willis is up there as far as quarterbacks are concerned in passing yards, in passing touchdowns, and also in rushing yards and rushing touchdowns. He's leading everybody in rushing touchdowns, and he's a quarterback. He's number 2 overall in rushing, which is crazy. So we're ahead of the pack in passing yards with 4,954 yards and percentage. Well, we're not at the top. We're number 2 in percentage with 68%. And we're number 1 with 46 passing touchdowns. He also is number 2, like I said, with rushing yards. Overall, we got Quez Watkins, that's number 1 in receiving yards. Then you got Chop Robinson and Max Crosby, the dynamic duo that I continuously talk about at off the edge with 34 sacks and 23 sacks. And then you also have Farley and Forbes 2 and 3 in interceptions and as far as DBs are concerned. So as you can see, Malik Willis numbers on the season, he's got 4,954 yards, 46 touchdowns, 9 picks. He also has 133 carries for 1,221 yards rushing on a year with 9.2 yards per carry, 40 rushing touchdowns, and averaging 87.2 yards rushing a game. Now, he has 6 fumbles, but 6 fumbles compared to 40 rushing touchdowns, I'm going to take it all day. I'm going to take it all day. We got Fournette, who's got 55 carries, 225 yards, averaging 4.1 yards a carry, 4 touchdowns. Like I said, I'm not really running with those guys because I'm not trying to develop them. So Quez Watkins has 39 catches for 1,544 yards, averaging almost 40 yards per catch, 110.3 yards a game, 16 catches. You got Pitts, 57 catches for 1,089, 19.1 yards per catch. Let's go check out and see what our defense is looking like. So we got Chop Robinson, who has 34 sacks on the year. Let's go ahead and filter that out real quick. So he has 34. Crosby has 23. Byron Young has 10 sacks. Kyron Johnson has 9 sacks. Tyree Wilson has 8. Wilkins has 5.5 picks. Forbes has 12. Farley has 11. Young has 3. Let's go check out these awards and see where we're at as far as the standing is concerned. So far, Malik Willis is leading the pack. He's ahead of the pack in the MVP race. And then you got Chop Robinson trailing him with Burrow, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes. Max Crosby's even on that list. So Coach of the Year so far is Antonio Pierce. Offensive Player of the Year is Malik Willis with Quez Watkins right behind him. Then you got Pickens and Mixon as well. Defensive Player of the Year is Chop Robinson, Crosby, then Will Anderson Jr. with Emmanuel Forbes and Byron Young trailing behind. With also Farley, we got so many players up as far as this race is concerned. Offensive Rookie of the Year, we don't have any. Well, yeah, we got Bowers. We need to try to push and see if we can get Bowers that Offensive Rookie of the Year. He's been silent, but putting in work. Chop Robinson winning Defensive Rookie of the Year. Gotta love that. Best quarterback, of course, is Malik Willis. I mean, nobody's really touching him. The closest person by him is in the NFC, and he's not close enough. So, best running back, you got Joe Mixon. Best wide receiver, who else? None other than Quez Watkins, of course. Best offensive lineman, we don't have anybody up there because we're not running with the running backs. Quarterbacks don't count towards that. So Chop Robinson, Max Crosby up for best defensive lineman. Then you also have Tyree Wilson way at the bottom down there. But following up Chop Robinson and Max Crosby, you got Will Anderson Jr., Daniil Hunter, Myles Garrett, Buckner, Russo, and Tyree Wilson with Von Miller behind him. Best linebacker, we got Byron Young, and Spillane is down there. And also Kyron Johnson is up there in the top 5 as well. So best DB is Forbes and Farley. Our kicker is nowhere to be found because we're not really kicking like say so. So, okay, I'll take that. But another thing we need to do is we need to look into scouting. I have yet to scout. We actually just imported my class. So there you have it. Michael Williams, Caden Salter. Let's take a look at these guys straight up. So these are the top prospects. Those are the top 5 to go. Williams, Salter, Carter, Higgins, Perkins Jr. Before we even really go and take a look at these prospects, what I need to do is look at my roster, see who's coming up to be a free agent, what positions we're lacking at, and all of that. So quarterback, we need a good backup behind Willis. I'm not keeping Ritter because he's going to cost too much money. I'd rather draft somebody. Running back, this is the position that we need to replace right here. None of those guys are coming back. We're going to completely replace straight through the draft. So receiver, we're pretty set on. We got 4 locked in. 2 people are coming up for free agency, so I'll probably go receiver there for sure. I'll need a backup tight end because I don't think I'll bring Harry back because I don't want to allocate too much money. I already re-signed a lot of these guys to long-term deals, so they have some fairly big contracts. They're not big, they're fairly big. So I don't want to sign too many more of those and take up too much cap space. We got $17.3 million for the rookie reserve, and we got quite a few draft picks with $29.9 million in cap space. So I think I'm gonna leave that alone, and we'll address a lot of our needs through the draft. So like I said, we got a lot of these guys on 8-year deals. We signed them to 7-year extensions on top of the 1 year that they had. So we're pretty set as far as that's concerned. Christian Wilkins, he's locked in for 4 years. We got Devontae Wyatt, he's locked in for 8 years. Let's see, Kyron Johnson, he's locked in for 8. See, a lot of these, and I'm going to develop Johnson. Johnson's not going to stay at 65, so I'm not really worried about that. Middle linebacker, it definitely needs to be addressed because I'm not going to bring Spillane back. He's going to cost way too much money. He's an 80 overall, so we're not doing that. We can use a backup to Young. We locked in really at cornerback, but I'm probably going to take a cornerback or 2. We shall see. As far as safety is concerned, we have Scene locked in. We also have Woods locked in as far as free safety. Strong safety, we have Terrell Edmonds, but we're going to let him go because he's going to cost too much money, at least too much for our liking. So we'll have to draft. I'm probably going to go ahead and sneak and pick up Shiloh if he falls to me. I'm not going to take him first or second. I could take him second. I don't know. We'll see. But if he falls to me, if I wait and he falls to me, we'll take him. He'll be the replacement for Terrell Edmonds. So quarterbacks, as far as quarterbacks are concerned, we got a lot of good quarterbacks on the board. It's Cam Ward, he's a sleeper target right there. So if with our record and our positioning, we'll have to look for somebody like him and not Shador because they're going to go top 5. We don't have a top 5 pick. So Cam Ward, his numbers are looking pretty legit. Beautiful spiral on all his passes. Could use some improvement at recognizing pressure. See, bases well. Sacks. Bases well to avoid sacks by throwing the ball away. Let's see, acceleration. Great to good. So great to good. Acceleration, great to good. Agility. Solid to decent. Change of direction. Everything is looking pretty solid for Cam Ward, especially for somebody who's projected to go undrafted, which is crazy because I didn't edit him to go undrafted. By the way, this is my class. This is my first class, Rio West Gaming Class 1. If you go to the Creation Center, you go to downloads, you can just search my name, Rio West, or you could search the class title, which is Rio West Gaming Class 1. Class 2 is going to be dropping here soon. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and add Cam Ward to the board. KJ Jefferson, let's take a peek at KJ Jefferson as well. He's a scrambler. And he has the same fits. He has the Broncos, the Seahawks, the Vikings. He pretty much has the same, why did I say bases well? Does as well. I can't see the way in my program of editing. I can't really see it that well. Does well. So elite to great acceleration, great to good agility, change of direction, solid to decent. marginal poor. Again, he has solid intangibles as well as Cam Ward. So let's see, stamina AB. I might go ahead and add him to my favorites list, or my prospect board, should I say. I don't know why they changed the name of it to favorites list. They should have left it at prospect board. So DJ Uiagalelei, let's see. His stuff pretty much says the same. Does well to avoid sacks by throwing the ball away. Loves to run and play outside of structure. 3-quarter and quick throwing motion. Same fits Broncos, Seahawks, Vikings. He has decent to marginal acceleration. Good to solid agility. Change of direction is solid. Good to great. Speed is decent, marginal. And he is F for awareness, A for break sack. So that might be a target, even though he's not going to be as fast as the other two. That break sack could come in handy, especially in a league where a lot of people send a lot of pressure. You'll need that. So we're going to go ahead and add, without looking at their intangibles, we're going to go ahead and add Ollie Gordon, Judkins, Ott, Donovan Edwards, Trayvon Henderson, Devin Neal, definitely Ashton Genty. With me going to have 2 first-round picks, might even acquire a third. Probably gonna take. I'm taking Travis Hunter for sure. Probably gonna take Ashton Genty in the first if he slides to me. So got T-Mac added to the board, Abuka as well, Jimmy Horn Jr. for sure. Won't be adding Kyron Lacy. He's not reliable off the field. So if you know, you know. Dorian Singer, that might be a possibility. Let's see, Jalen Royals. Theo Weiss Jr. from Missouri. He's a physical receiver. Awareness C to F. Catching C to F. Colston Loveland. Will Campbell. We are going to need offensive line. I did need guards. We're going to need to replenish. I need a guard. I need right tackle for sure, because we're letting our right tackle go in free agency. So mock draft. Of course, it's not going to show the first 2 or 3 because I just imported them in. So we got to wait for the new mock drafts to come. Mock draft 4 and mock draft 5. So, but yeah, we're going to go ahead and cut it short. Oh, well, we're about to advance to go into next week, but we're going to go ahead and cut it short and get into next week in the following episode. So again, as always, if you're here for the first time or you're returning, and you haven't liked or subscribed already, please do so. Click that notification tab so you can stay up to speed with not only this Raiders rebuild, but other Madden 25 content as well, especially my draft content, tips, tricks, tutorials. We got all that. So again, I appreciate you all for tuning in. As always, that's been my time. Till next time, peace.